The glittering cruise terminal buzzed with excitement around me, but my stomach twisted in knots. I spotted my sister-in-law Vanessa immediately. Designer sunglasses perched on her perfect hair, posing for photos while my brother Ryan checked documents with tired eyes. And Erica. The twins' faces lit up as they ran toward me. 6-year-old Olivia grabbed my hand while Ethan hugged my waist. "We have a surprise. Just see them off, okay?" Vanessa's cold smile didn't reach her eyes. The guest list couldn't accommodate everyone. Ryan avoided my gaze completely. "I am not feeling well," he mumbled suddenly. "Need to find the ship's medical office." "I'll go with him." Vanessa thrust a small bag into my hands. "Watch the kids for a minute." Something felt wrong. I opened the bag. Passports, insurance cards, school documents. A note: "Take care of them for 2 weeks. We'll explain everything." Panic flooded my chest. "Ryan." I called out, but they'd disappeared. The massive cruise ship's horn blared. On the upper deck, I glimpsed Vanessa's unmistakable silhouette, Ryan beside her. My phone buzzed. Her message: "We had no choice. Everything's gone." The twins looked up at me with confused eyes as their parents sailed away. 1 week earlier. I traced my finger over the glossy architectural model, my sustainable housing design that had just won our firm's biggest contract in years. Pride swelled in my chest as my colleagues applauded. Erica Mitchell takes the crown again. Diego, my colleague and closest friend, raised his coffee mug in a mock toast. "This design is revolutionary." I smiled but couldn't fully embrace the moment. The notification light on my phone blinked insistently. Another family group chat message I wasn't supposed to see. I unlocked my phone. The message wasn't meant for me, a group chat accidentally including my number. Ryan's message read, "Confirmed. Caribbean cruise, 2 weeks. Can't wait for our family adventure." Family adventure. The word stung like salt in a fresh wound. For group messages discussing cabin arrangements, excursion plans, matching outfits for their perfect family photos, and not a single invitation for me. "Everything okay?" Diego's concerned voice pulled me back. "My brother's family is planning this big cruise. Didn't bother to invite me." Since our parents died 4 years ago, Ryan had slowly drifted away, or rather, Vanessa had masterfully orchestrated our separation. My perfect sister-in-law with her perfect influencer life couldn't risk having the unmarried, career-focused sister disrupting her carefully curated family image. But the twins, they were different. Sweet Olivia with her boundless energy and artistic spirit. Quiet Ethan with his thoughtful eyes and love for books. My heart ached thinking of them. As if summoned by my thoughts, my phone rang. Olivia's joyful face filled the screen. "Aunt Erica." Her voice burst through the speaker. "Guess what? We're going on a big boat and we have a surprise for you." My heart melted instantly. "A surprise? What kind of surprise, sweetie?" "I can't tell you." She giggled. "But Mom says you have to come to the dock to see us off. That's when you'll get it." Ethan's voice chimed in from somewhere nearby. "It's something really special, Aunt Erica." I wouldn't miss it for the world, I promised, momentarily forgetting the sting of exclusion. After we hung up, reality crashed back. So that was my role, the send-off committee. Good enough to wave goodbye, not good enough to join. My apartment felt especially quiet that night. I scrolled through Vanessa's Instagram, a mistake I made too often. Her latest post showed Ryan and the twins against a sunset backdrop, caption reading, "Preparing for our family adventure." Nothing matters more than these precious moments with the ones you love most. #blessed #family first. The comments section overflowed with praise, "Such a perfect family. A mother's goals. You guys are living the dream." If only they knew. The few times I'd visited their home, I'd seen the cracks in the facade. Ryan's defeated posture when Vanessa criticized him. The twins' careful behavior around their mother, like walking on glass. I closed the app and opened my photo gallery instead. Pictures from the twins' birthday 6 months ago, the last time Ryan had insisted I come over despite Vanessa's thinly veiled displeasure. Olivia and Ethan were beaming as I helped them build the model house they'd asked for instead of toys. "You're good with them," Ryan had said quietly when Vanessa was out of earshot. Something in his eyes looked haunted. "Better than we are sometimes." I tried to reassure him, but he'd turned away. "We're having some financial trouble," he'd admitted. "Don't tell Vanessa I told you. She doesn't want anyone to know." That was the last real conversation we'd had. My calls went unanswered after that. My text messages received brief, formal responses. My phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "Erica, it's Vanessa. About the cruise send-off. Be at Port Terminal at 10 a.m. sharp on Saturday. The twins want you there, but please, just the send-off. The guest list couldn't accommodate everyone. No need to bring anything. No, please. No, thank you. Just instructions." I typed several responses, deleted them all, and finally sent, "I'll be there for the twins." I placed my phone face down and walked to my balcony. The small container garden I'd nurtured, my parents' passion I'd inherited, offered some comfort. Mom would have known what to say to Ryan, how to bridge the growing gap. Dad would have seen through Vanessa from day one. The city lights blurred as tears filled my eyes. Something didn't feel right about this cruise, about Ryan's silence, about Vanessa's insistence that I come to the send-off but no further. Back inside, I noticed a message from my brother, the first direct one in months. "Thanks for agreeing to see the twins off. They miss you. I miss you too. I'm sorry about everything." Sorry about what? The exclusion? The distance? Something else? Before I could respond, my phone rang. It was Lucas Finch, the twins' teacher. "Ms. Mitchell? I just wanted to check if everything's okay with Olivia and Ethan. They've been different this week. Ethan mentioned something about a long trip." My stomach tightened. "Yes, they're going on a cruise with their parents. 2 weeks in the Caribbean." "Oh." He sounded relieved. "That explains it." They seemed worried, but I guess it's just pre-trip excitement. Ethan kept asking if passports expire. After we hung up, I sat in the dark. Passports. Financial troubles. Ryan's apology. The twins' surprise. Vanessa's cold instructions. Pieces of a puzzle I couldn't quite assemble. I opened my laptop and typed, "Ryan Mitchell Investments." News articles appeared. One headline caught my eye, "Mitchell Ventures under investigation for investor fraud allegations." My heart stopped. Not Ryan. Not the brother who'd helped me through college, who'd held me for hours after our parents' funeral. But as I read more, the picture became clearer and darker. Multiple allegations. Missing funds. Investors demanding answers. Was this what he meant by financial trouble? Was this why they were suddenly taking an expensive cruise? 3 days before the cruise. My phone rang. It was Olivia again. "Aunt Erica. Are you excited about Saturday?" "Very excited," I managed, her innocent enthusiasm breaking my heart. "Are you all packed for your big adventure?" A pause. Too long for an excited 6-year-old. "Mom says we have to pack light," she finally said, her voice different now. "Ethan is sad because he can't bring his favorite books." In the background, I heard Vanessa's sharp voice, "Olivia. Who are you talking to?" The call ended abruptly. I stared at my phone, that uneasy feeling growing stronger. Something was very wrong with this perfect family cruise. And whatever surprise awaited me at the terminal on Saturday, I had a feeling it wasn't one I would like. Saturday morning. The cruise terminal buzzed with excitement, families laughing, cameras flashing. I spotted them immediately, Vanessa posing with her perfect hair and sunglasses, Ryan checking documents with tired eyes. And Erica. The twins spotted me, their faces lighting up. Olivia grabbed my hand while Ethan hugged my waist, their embrace momentarily washing away my worries. Did you come for the surprise? Olivia asked excitedly. I wouldn't miss it, I assured her. What's this big surprise? Not yet, Ethan said quietly. Mom said we have to wait. Vanessa approached with her camera-ready smile. Erica, thanks for coming to see us off. The way she emphasized "see us off" sent a chill through me. Ryan still hadn't acknowledged me, but finally looked up, meeting my gaze before quickly looking away. I am not feeling well, he mumbled suddenly. Need to find the ship's medical office. Time for that surprise, Vanessa announced. She nodded at the twins, who immediately became serious. Olivia handed me a wrapped package. Inside was a handmade photo frame with our picture, decorated with seashells and "We love you," and Erica, in childish letters. So you won't forget us, Ethan said softly, his eyes glossy with tears. Forget you? It's only a 2-week cruise, buddy. Ryan doubled over. I really need to sit down. I'll go with him, Vanessa said quickly, thrusting a small bag into my hands. Watch the kids for a minute. Before I could respond, they were gone, heading toward the ship's entry. Mom said you have to hold that very carefully, Olivia informed me. It has all our important stuff. I opened the bag, finding the twins' passports, insurance cards, birth certificates, school records, all their essential documents. At the bottom, a note. Take care of them for 2 weeks. We'll explain everything. They're better off with you right now. Panic flooded my chest. This wasn't a surprise, it was abandonment. Ryan. I called out desperately, scanning the crowd. Are Mom and Dad coming back? Olivia asked, her voice small. The final boarding call echoed. We approached the boarding area, but a crew member blocked our path. No boarding without passes. Then I saw them, Vanessa's silhouette on the upper deck, Ryan beside her, face turned away. Ryan. I shouted. Mommy. Daddy. Olivia called. Neither looked down at us. The ship's horn blared. My phone buzzed with Vanessa's name. What the hell are you doing? I demanded, my voice shaking. We had no choice. Everything's gone. By the time you get this message, we'll be out of U.S. waters. 2 weeks was a lie. Take care of them. Gone? What's gone? You can't just abandon your children. Ryan's a coward, she spat. The twins deserve better than being dragged into our mess. What mess? The investment fraud? You can't run away from this. The twins will be better off with you anyway. You've always been the perfect one. Now you can be the perfect mother too. The line went dead as the ship began moving away from the dock. Why is the ship leaving without us? Ethan's voice quavered. I knelt down, trying to stay composed. There's been a change of plans. Your mom and dad had to take this trip alone. You're going to stay with me for a while. But our surprise was supposed to be that we got to stay with you for a bit before we all leave on the boat, Olivia said, confused. That's what Mom told us to say. My heart shattered. They'd been coached to deliver this abandonment with smiles. I'm happy I get to spend time with my 2 favorite people, I managed, hugging them to hide my tears. A security officer approached. Is everything all right? Olivia looked up at him with a wisdom beyond her years. Our mom said Aunt Erica would take care of us while they are away. She took her brother's hand. It's okay. Aunt Erica builds houses. She built us a dollhouse for our birthday. The simple trust in her statement nearly broke me. Yes, officer. Their parents had to leave unexpectedly. They've left the children in my care. My phone buzzed again. Another message from Vanessa. Tell the twins we love them. Love? What kind of love abandons children at a cruise terminal? I looked down at Olivia and Ethan, watching their parents sail away. Let's go home, I said, squeezing their hands. My home. We'll stop for ice cream. But what about my books? Ethan asked. We'll get everything you need, I promised. One step at a time. As we walked away, I glanced back at the shrinking ship. Whatever mess Ryan and Vanessa were running from, they'd left behind the most precious things in their lives. And somehow, I had to find a way to pick up the pieces. 1 week later, my apartment. Aunt Erica, look. Mommy posted new pictures. Olivia showed me her tablet, face bright with excitement. There they were, Ryan and Vanessa on a pristine beach, cocktails in hand, perfect smiles in the Caribbean sun. Caption, Day 7 of Paradise with my love. Missing the twins, but sometimes parents need alone time. #blessed. Comments praised them, you deserve this break. Such a gorgeous couple. When are they coming back for us? Ethan asked quietly. I'm not sure yet, I answered, guilt weighing on me. A week had passed since the cruise terminal incident. A week of hastily assembled normalcy, summer programs, collecting essentials from their home, explaining the temporary situation to schools. A week of questions I couldn't answer. And a week of Vanessa's curated social media fantasy, making it look like a planned vacation, not like they'd fled the country, abandoning their children. I'd filed police reports, but without concrete evidence of financial crimes, there wasn't much they could do about two adults who had, on paper, simply gone on vacation. Aunt Erica? Ethan stood in the doorway, holding something metallic. I found this in my dinosaur socks. He placed a small silver key in my palm. Where did you get this? Daddy gave it to me before the boat. He said it was a special treasure key. His solemn eyes met mine. He said if anything weird happened, I should give it to you. My heart pounded. Did he say anything else? It opened something in his workroom that would help you understand. Is Daddy in trouble? His voice was small but direct. I knelt to his level. I don't know yet. But I promise I'll find out. Are we in trouble too? Olivia appeared beside him. No, I gathered them both into a hug. You are safe with me. Always. Next morning. Ryan's office was the only space Vanessa hadn't completely dominated with her aesthetic. Here, traces of my brother remained, his diploma, photos of our parents, his trophies. I tried the key in several places before noticing the painting behind his desk, our father's landscape, hanging slightly crooked. Behind it, a small wall safe. The key fit perfectly. Inside was a manila envelope, a USB drive, and a journal with Ryan's handwriting. If you're reading this, I'm already gone. I'm sorry, Erica. My hands trembled as I read his documentation of disaster, bad investments, mounting debt, desperation to maintain Vanessa's lifestyle. Then fraud to cover losses, bigger deceptions to hide smaller ones. Key passages stood out. Vanessa found out everything. Instead of being angry, she suggested ways to hide the money. Said her influencer contacts could help. I should have been horrified, but I felt relieved. A few months later. The scheme is working. Vanessa's followers are investing in art, exclusive opportunities. They trust her because she shows them the lifestyle they want. It's all built on nothing but images. Then darker. Vanessa controls everything now. When I suggested coming clean, she showed me files she's kept, evidence that would put me away for decades while she walked free. Her insurance policy. The final entry, 2 days before the cruise. It's all collapsing. Vanessa says we need to disappear. She's booked a family cruise as cover. When I asked about our kids, she said they'd slow us down. Said we could send for them later. I know that's a lie. I can't leave my children, but I don't see a way out. If I stay, prison. If I go, I abandon my children. I've hidden copies of everything. The key is with Ethan. If anything happens to me, at least the truth will be known. The magnitude overwhelmed me: fraud, manipulation, calculated abandonment of their children. The envelope contained evidence of a massive Ponzi scheme targeting Vanessa's followers. Millions funneled offshore. The USB drive held screenshots of Vanessa's messages, recordings of her threatening Ryan, escape plans. She'd been the mastermind, using Ryan's financial expertise and her influence to create the perfect scam. When it collapsed, she'd orchestrated their escape, discarding her children like excess baggage. I gathered everything, cold fury replacing shock. Before leaving, I glanced at the family photo on Ryan's desk, everyone smiling. All fake, except for the children. My phone buzzed with Vanessa's new post: island hopping with my soulmate. #NoRegrets. I texted Detective Davis, found evidence of investment fraud. They're still posting their location. Need to meet ASAP. Back at my apartment. Aunt Erica? Olivia showed me a drawing. I drew our new family. See? It's you and me and Ethan in your apartment. And those small ones are mommy and daddy on their trip. My heart broke again. In the kitchen, Ethan was coloring his own picture. What are you drawing, buddy? Daddy's sad face, he said simply. It was a man with downturned eyes and a tear. He had this face when he thought I wasn't looking. Your daddy loves you very much. Then why did he go away? Sometimes grown-ups make big mistakes, I said carefully. And sometimes they get scared and do the wrong thing. Like when I broke mom's vase and hid it? Like that, but much bigger. Are they coming back to say sorry? I couldn't lie anymore. I don't think they can come back for a while. They're in trouble for something serious. Is that why Daddy gave me the key? To find out about the trouble. Yes, I think that's exactly why. Did I do the right thing giving it to you? I hugged him close. You did exactly the right thing. You're very brave. My phone rang, Detective Davis. As I stepped away, I heard Ethan say quietly to Olivia, I think we're staying with Aunt Erica for a really long time. I answered the call. Detective Davis, I found proof of everything. And I know where to find Ryan and Vanessa Mitchell. Next day. This is everything? Detective Davis asked, examining the evidence spread across the table. Everything from the safe, I confirmed. Bank records, forged documents, Ryan's journal, and the USB with Vanessa's threatening messages. Classic Ponzi scheme with a social media twist. Your sister-in-law targeted her followers because they trusted her lifestyle brand. Exactly. People who wanted what they thought she had, the perfect family, financial freedom. They invested in exclusive opportunities based on her recommendation. And they lost everything, he concluded grimly. I glanced at the clock, anxious about leaving the twins too long. What happens now? We build our case and work with international authorities to locate them. He studied Vanessa's latest Instagram post. They're making it easy by documenting their movements. They think no one's looking for them yet, I said. Vanessa didn't anticipate Ryan giving Ethan that key. Your brother was caught between two terrible choices. I've seen it before, people who get in over their heads. He still abandoned his children, I said angrily. Yes, and he'll face consequences. But his journal shows he was under duress. How long will all this take? International cases are complicated. Weeks, maybe months. And the twins? You'll want to speak with Kimberly Park. She specializes in family law. He handed me a business card. Later that week. Temporary custody shouldn't be difficult given the circumstances, Kimberly Park said. The abandonment is clear, and you're their closest relative. And long-term? I asked. If your brother and his wife are convicted, you could petition for permanent custody. Would you want that responsibility? My career, my independence, my carefully constructed life, all altered by becoming the parent of two traumatized children. But then I thought of Olivia's laughter when we built a blanket fort. Ethan's concentration as we planted herbs. The way they both reached for my hands when crossing the street. Yes, I said with certainty. They need stability, love, and someone who puts them first. That's me. Evening. Aunt Erica? Olivia peeked into the living room. We made you a thank you card. She presented a colorful creation covered in glitter. Inside, in careful handwriting. Thank you for taking care of us and making the best mac and cheese. Love, Olivia and Ethan. Below, Ethan had added, and for not being mad when we're sad sometimes. I pulled her into a hug, fighting back tears. This is the most beautiful card I've ever gotten. Ethan said we should make it because you look tired sometimes, she said. Are you tired of us? No, sweetie. Never of you. Just tired from trying to figure everything out. Is it because you're trying to find mom and dad? I hesitated. Yes, partly that. I saw mom's Instagram. They're on a boat now, she said casually. Ethan says they're running away. My heart sank. The twins were still checking Vanessa's posts, witnessing their parents' apparent carefree life while dealing with abandonment. Let's talk about that with Dr. Reynolds tomorrow, okay? I suggested, referring to their psychologist. 2 weeks later. What had started as quiet questions in Vanessa's comment section had exploded. Her last post, a sunset yacht photo, had been flooded with comments. Where are your children? Haven't seen them in weeks. My friend invested in your exclusive opportunity and lost everything. Someone said you're under investigation for fraud. Is that why you left the country? Vanessa had turned off comments, but her carefully crafted image was unraveling as quickly as her scheme had. My phone rang, Detective Davis. We found them, he said. Small island off Jamaica. Authorities are moving in tomorrow. My heart raced. Both of them. That's the thing. They've separated. Your brother's been staying at a beachfront property alone. Vanessa was spotted boarding a private boat yesterday, traveling solo. She's abandoning him too, I realized. Looks that way. We'll get them both, but separately. Next day. The call came at 6:13 p.m. I answered on the first ring, the twins watching from the dinner table. We have them both, Detective Davis said. Your brother is in custody but being treated at a local hospital. Apparent overdose, though he's stable. Vanessa was apprehended trying to board a flight to a non-extradition country with most of the remaining funds. Relief and grief washed over me. When will they be brought back? Extradition process is already in motion. Could be a week or two. Your brother's been asking for you. And the twins. Repeatedly. I glanced at Olivia and Ethan, innocently eating pasta. I don't know if I'm ready for that conversation yet. After hanging up, I joined the twins at the table. Was that about mom and dad? Ethan asked perceptively. I nodded, deciding on honesty. Yes. The police found them. Are they in trouble? Olivia's fork paused midway to her mouth. Yes, they are. They made some very bad choices, and now they have to face the consequences. Like a timeout? Ethan asked. A grown-up version, yes. They'll have to come back and explain their actions to a judge. Will we see them? Olivia's voice was small. Eventually. But not right away. Is Daddy still sad? Ethan asked. I thought of Ryan in the hospital after his overdose, a sign of his desperation. Yes, I think he is very sad. But now he can get help. Is Mom sad too? Olivia asked. I thought of Vanessa, caught fleeing with stolen money, abandoning not only her children but also her husband. I don't know, sweetie. I think your mom has a lot to figure out. Ethan pushed his pasta around thoughtfully. I'm a little bit glad they're found, he finally said. Even if they're in trouble. Me too, Olivia agreed. Now they can't run away anymore. Out of the mouths of babes. I reached across the table and took their hands. You're both right. And no matter what happens next, we'll face it together. Later that night, after tucking the twins in, I found news of the arrests had broken. Instagram influencer and husband arrested in massive fraud scheme. Social media star caught fleeing with millions in stolen investor funds. Couple abandoned children to escape fraud charges. Justice was being served, but at what cost to the twins? I stepped onto my balcony, looking out at the city lights. The investigation would continue, trials would follow, custody arrangements would be formalized. The road ahead was long. But for the first time since that day at the cruise terminal, I felt like we were moving forward instead of simply treading water. My phone buzzed with a text from Detective Davis. Hospital says Ryan is asking to write a letter to the twins. Wanted to check with you first. I thought for a long moment before responding. Tell him he can write. I'll decide when they're ready to read it. 6 months later. Ryan stood for sentencing, a shadow of his former self. Your Honor, my client has fully cooperated, helping recover nearly 60% of the funds. He has expressed deep remorse about abandoning his children. The judge adjusted her glasses. Mr. Mitchell, considering your cooperation, psychological state, and evidence of coercion, I sentence you to 5 years, with possibility of parole after 3. Relief flickered across Ryan's face, not joy, but recognition it could have been worse. 2 days earlier, Vanessa had received 15 years with no early parole. She'd shown no remorse and blamed Ryan entirely. The contrast couldn't have been starker. As Ryan was led away, he looked back. Thank you, he mouthed. 2 weeks later. The twins wore their best clothes for Forever Day, as Olivia called it. Judge Watkins spoke directly to them. Do you understand what permanent guardianship means? Ethan nodded. It means Aunt Erica is our mom now, but we don't have to call her that if we don't want to. And how do you feel about that? Olivia answered, we already decided we're a family anyway. This just makes it official. Tears filled my eyes as the judge signed the order. It is in the best interest of these children for the court to grant permanent guardianship to Erica Mitchell. Congratulations. Ryan started writing regularly, letters about his therapy for me, stories and drawings for the twins. I shared them during family discussion time, acknowledging Ryan's place in their lives while maintaining boundaries. The court notification arrived, Vanessa's appeal denied, with a restraining order barring unsupervised contact with the twins. She hadn't attempted contact, her narcissism apparently didn't extend to missing her children. Aunt Erica. Olivia called. The invitation app is ready. Our apartment had transformed. Children's artwork covered the refrigerator. The spare room was painted half blue, half yellow. My architectural models shared space with Lego creations. Olivia displayed birthday invitations on her iPad. We added snow decorations because our birthday is in winter. I smiled, remembering how strange it had seemed that I'd be planning a 7th birthday party for 2. Now it felt natural. Ryan's letter. Dear Erica. Thank you for the twins' school pictures. Seeing them happy means everything. I failed them completely. I failed you. I think about that moment at the cruise terminal every day. How I could have chosen differently. I've enclosed a request for a supervised visit on their birthday. I understand if it's too soon. What you've done for my children is beyond anything I deserve. You've created a real home while I took the coward's way out. With deepest gratitude, Ryan. The twins' birthday, winter. Snow fell gently outside our new home, a small house with a yard, designed with sustainable features. Blue and yellow streamers decorated the living room. Friends, Diego, and even Detective Davis, now a Marlin to the twins, filled the space. The doorbell rang. The room hushed. Ryan stood on the porch, a corrections officer discreetly behind him. His special day pass had been a subject of much preparation. "Daddy?" Ethan approached cautiously. Ryan knelt to eye level. "Happy birthday, buddy." The ice broke slowly. Ryan presented handmade wooden puzzles he'd crafted in prison. By the time we sang "Happy Birthday," Olivia sat in her father's lap, and Ethan close beside him. I caught Ryan's eye across the room. The message was clear: gratitude, regret, and something like hope. Later, as Ryan prepared to leave, he paused beside me at the window. Outside, the twins built snowballs with friends. "You've built something beautiful here, Erica. Something real, not fake like what Vanessa and I had." "They still love you," I replied. "I don't deserve it." "Love isn't about deserving. It just is." I looked at the snow-covered yard. "When you're released, you'll have a place in their lives. Different than before, but still important." "And you? Will you ever forgive me?" "I'm working on it. For the twins' sake, and maybe mine too." He nodded, understanding. That night, with the twins asleep, I stood watching snow blanket our yard. In the quiet, I could almost hear my mother's voice: "Families come in all shapes, Erica. It's love that matters, not the packaging." In one prison cell, Vanessa sat alone with her bitterness. In another, Ryan worked toward redemption. And here, two children slept peacefully, secure in the knowledge they were where they belonged. I touched the cold glass, watching my breath create a small circle of fog. From destruction had come creation. From abandonment, belonging. From betrayal, a different kind of trust. It isn't the family any of us had imagined, but it's ours. And it is enough.